A very good morning, class. So I hope you all must have gone through the introduction part of our first lesson, partition values. So we are going to start today with exercise 1.1. Before that, there are some formulas which I think you all should listen to so that you will be comfortable while solving the sums. So today we'll be focusing on sums based on raw data and ungrouped data. What is the meaning of raw data and ungrouped data? I have already explained you all in the previous video. So you can go through that. So the steps to calculate raw data is, number one, you will arrange the values in ascending order of their magnitude. After that, for quartile 1, which is also called as lower quartile or 25%, you will use the formula n plus 1 upon fourth observation. Similarly, for Q2, you will use the formula 2 bracket open n plus 1 upon fourth observation. For Q3, again you will use the formula 3 bracket open n plus 1 upon fourth observation. As far as ungrouped data is concerned, here are the two steps. As you know, ungrouped data is given in a tabular form, including two columns, X and F, that is frequency. So the third column you will be preparing is of less than cumulative frequency table, that is LCF. After that, as you can observe, the formulas are the same as raw data. So I hope you all are clear with the formula part. This is the introduction page which you can go through. This I have already explained you all in the previous videos. Quartiles 4 parts, deciles 10 parts, percentile 99 parts. So Q1, Q2, Q3, deciles D1 to D9 and percentiles P1 to P99. So this I have already explained you all how does a raw data, ungrouped data and group data looks like. So we are starting with exercise 1.1. You can have a look at the question first. Compute all the quartiles for the following series of observation. So class, when you have a single line data in terms of comma, that is called as a raw data. So the very first step will be we'll arrange it in ascending order. So as you can see class, I have arranged it in ascending order of importance. Starting with the lowest number first, 10.5, 10.6, 10.7 and so on. So total number of n over here is 15. Okay. So now what we'll do is, we'll put the formula, all the quartiles they have told us. So this is the formula, Q1 is equal to n plus 1 upon fourth observation. So Q1 is equal to 15 plus 1 upon fourth observation is 16 upon fourth observation. So 16 divided by 4 is fourth observation. Now class, pay attention to this. It is compulsory to write OBS word everywhere until you reach the last step, because that is not your exact answer. Fourth observation means in the ascending order, which is your fourth observation of the data. So after counting 1, 2, 3, 4, this is my fourth observation of the data. So basically the value of Q1 is 10.9. So I hope you all are clear with this part. In the same way, we'll be calculating Q2. So remember the formula, Q2 is equal to 2 bracket open n plus 1 upon fourth observation. Now class, if you remember in the above step, n plus 1 upon fourth observation, the answer we got was fourth observation. So there's no need to calculate again the entire procedure. You can directly multiply 2 into fourth observation. So 2 4s gives you 8th observation. So again, counting from the data above, the 8th number in your data will be 12. So the value of Q2 gives you 12. Similarly, you can calculate Q3, 3 bracket open n plus 1 upon fourth observation. So again, n plus 1 upon fourth observation was nothing but fourth observation. So 3 4s are 12th observation. So the 12th number above in your ascending order, you will get 14. So with this, sum number 1 is over. So I hope you all followed the first sum. Okay. Now coming to this type of data is called as odd raw data. The value was odd, correct? 15 we got the value of n. Now we'll be doing sums wherein the numbers are even. For example, 10 students. So at such type of sums, there are some steps which you need to follow, which I'll be explaining you all just now. So again, you all can see the second sum is of raw data. So we will arrange it in ascending order like this, starting from 145, 148, 151, 152, and so on. Now in this sum, if you observe class, 171 is repeated twice, correct? So you have to write it, how many times it is repeated, that much time you have to write it, okay? So as you can see, n is equal to 10 over here, that is given to us. So now we'll put the formula. Again, let us see what has been asked. They have told you to find out Q1 and Q3. That is first quartile and third quartile. So we'll put the formula. Q1 is equal to n plus 1 upon fourth observation. So 10 plus 1 upon fourth observation is 11 by fourth observation, which gives you 2.75th observation. Now try to understand this part, class. Now 2.75 is a decimal number, so we cannot consider any position over here. So what we do is, now can you see the working I have done above? 2.75 lies between two numbers, that is 2 and 3. So 2.5 दो numbers के बीच में lie होता है, 2 और 3 के बीच में. That means I can break this 2.75 as second observation plus 0.75 bracket open third observation minus second observation. So I hope you all followed. How did I break up? So basically, whenever you come across a decimal, आपको उसको तोड़ना है. You have to break it into two parts. So I explain it again. Second observation, that is आगे वाला 2 इधर आ गया, plus 0.75 bracket open. Now 2.75 lies between third and second. So third observation minus the second observation. Now from your table above, the values which you arranged in ascending order, there you can check that second observation is nothing but 148. Can you observe over here, class? So in place of second observation, I have written 148 plus 0.75 bracket open. The third number is 151 minus 148. So 151 minus 148 gives me 3. And 0.75 into 3 gives me 2.25. So on adding 2.25 with 148, I get the answer to be 150.25. So this is your value of Q1. In the similar manner, we'll be calculating Q3. So the formula is 3 into n plus 1 upon fourth observation. Again, n plus 1 upon fourth observation, we had got 2.75. So there is no need to multiply it again. Find it out again. Now you can multiply 2.75 with 3 and you will get 8.25th observation. Again a decimal, so you will break it up. 8th observation plus 0.25 and 8 lies between 8th and 9th observation. So 9th observation minus 8th observation. From the value above, you can substitute the value. The 8th number is 163 and the 9th number is 171. On subtracting, you get 8 and on multiplying, you get 2. So 163 plus 2 gives you 165. So I hope you all are clear with the second sum as well. And this sum appears when the value is n is even. So when you get even numbers, you can get such decimals over here. Okay. Coming to sum number 3. Monthly consumption of electricity is given. Again, this is a raw data. And they have told you to find out. Calculate electricity consumption below which 25% of families lie. So they are talking about below 25%. That means they are telling you to find out Q1. So I guess class, this sum you can practice. The solution I've kept over here. I request you all first to Do it yourself, and if you find any difficulty, you can refer to sum number 3. For your reference, I have solved the sum like this. In order to practice more sums, I am giving you one more sum for practice, as you can see. So you can pause the video over here. And once you're done with the third sum, you can practice this sum for yourself. The answers I have disclosed over here. So first you can practice and then you can have a look at the answers. So I hope you all are clear how to calculate raw data. Okay. Now moving forward to sum number 4. For the following data of daily expenditure, compute the expenditure below which 75% of family lies. So below 75% means they are talking about Q3. Now, do you observe, class, which type of data it is? It is given in a tabular form. And the values are also consecutive, like 350, 450, 550, 650, 750. Also, you have the frequency ka column over here, 16, 19, 24, 28, 13. It is not continuously increasing or continuously decreasing. So this is a normal frequency table. So can I say, class, this type of sum is of ungrouped data? So remember the steps, class. For ungrouped data, you first have to prepare LCF, that is less than cumulative frequency ka column. And I hope you all know how to prepare it. 16 ka 16 will be the same. Then you will add 16 plus 19, which gives you 35. Then 35 plus 24 gives you 59. 59 plus 28 will give you 87. And 87 plus 13 will give you 100. So basically the total over here is represented as capital N, or it is also called as summation F, is 100. Now let's see what they have told you to find out Q3 as we discussed. So here you have to put the formula for Q3. As you can see, Q3 is equal to 3 into, now as you can observe, class, N has become capital from small. So keep that thing also in mind. N plus 1 upon 4th observation. So your N over here is 100. 100 plus 1 upon 4th observation, 101 upon 4th observation. 101 divided by 4 is 25.25th observation. Multiplying by 3, you get 75.75th observation. Now what to do, class? 75.75th observation lies between two numbers. Remember, in the raw data, we used to split 2.75 between 2 and 3. Now in this case, 75.75 lies between two numbers, 59 and 87. So in front of 87, in the column X, that is daily expenditure, the answer is 650. Because they are talking about and told us to find out the value of daily expenditure, correct? So 59 to 87 made the biggest. 59 is too small, then 75. So we will take 87, which is close by to 75.75, and in that, in the daily expenditure ka column X, you have the value to be as 650. So that is the final answer for Q3. So we can say the value of Q3 is equal to 650. So with this, fourth sum is over, and I hope you all are clear with the sum. Moving forward to sum number 5. Calculate all the quartiles for the following distribution. So do you observe, class, which kind of data is this? Correct. Again, this is ungrouped data. So the very first thing you'll be preparing is CF. So this is how you can prepare the CF, and after preparing, you can see the final answer is 300 over here, the value of N. That is summation F. So again, for ungrouped data, the formula is the same. Q1 is equal to N plus 1 upon 4th observation. 300 plus 1 upon 4th observation. 301 upon 4th observation gives you 75.25th observation. Now 75.25th lies between two numbers, that is 45 to 90. Now 45 is the smallest number, 90 is close to 75.25. So we'll take 90, and in front of 90 in the column X, the value is 2. So can I say the value of Q1 is nothing but 2. In the similar manner, you'll calculate Q2, 2 into N plus 1 upon 4th observation. Now this you have already calculated, that is we got it as 75.25. So I've substituted directly over here. On multiplying, I get 150.50 observation, which lies between 90 to 185. Again, 185 is closest to 150.50. So in front of 185 in the column X, we get the value as 3. So I can say Q2 is nothing but 3. In the similar manner, class, you can see I've calculated Q3, 3 into n plus 1 upon 4th observation. And in the similar manner, I get the value to be as 4. For your practice, if you want, you can practice this sum. I have given this sum. For your practice, you can consider and check for yourself whether you have followed the sum or not. So with this class, I hope you all are clear with how to calculate raw data and ungrouped data sums and quartiles. Tomorrow, we'll be starting with the grouped data sum. So till then, stay safe, keep practicing, take care. And if any doubt, please let me know in the comment section. And if you like the video, please share it and subscribe to my channel for the same. So thank you so much, class. We meet tomorrow and study how to calculate sums based on group data.